Hey guys, Michael from Copper vs Glass, and in today's video we are checking out the full leather case from Mujjo. As you can see here on the front we have a slim design, a full grain vegetable tan leather, and of course MagSafe compatible, and I've got it here in the tan colour option. Around the back you also have a ton of information with regards to the features of the case itself, for example the MagSafe compatibility, the Japanese microfiber lining, and of course the metal camera protection and also the metal buttons. So let's get into it. Once you get to the inside of the box here, you have a little bit of information with regards to the actual case itself and just in general the message they're trying to get across with this particular case. On the back you've got some information with regards to support and also the 2-year guarantee on the case itself, which is really nice to see. Now this case does come in at around $59, however from time to time they do also have some sales on, putting it around that $41 mark, and it's available in 5 different colour options. However, at the time of recording, the green smoke colorway is unfortunately sold out. But for me, I went for that natural tan colorway, as just in general, I think this one ages and patinas really nicely over time with the full grain leather that we're going to have here. Now the case is going to be a full grain Danish calfskin leather, and it really shows. It feels incredibly nice. You've got some very subtle Mujjo branding just down the bottom here, which isn't too big and too in your face and a little bit subtle. You've then got the metal camera ring, and I really like this sort of copper orangey accent that we've got here on the tan option. And then once you get to the inside, you've got that Japanese microfiber lining, which is actually extremely soft. You've also got a little bit more Mujjo branding down the bottom here, along with the MagSafe ring, which you can see, so we'll see how the MagSafe holds up later in the video. That same colour is also on the buttons here for the volume up and down and the action button, and it looks super nice. You've also got the same button for the power button just here, and unlike some other leather cases, you don't have a sort of dimple dip down section. You've got the pill shaped cutout here, which is sometimes a little bit harder to get access to the camera control, but offers a little bit more in terms of protection. Down the bottom you've got all of your cutouts for your USB-C speaker array, and I've had no issues with any of the USB-C cables that I've used. And again guys, this thing smells super nice. It smells like leather, it feels like leather, and I think it's going to age and wear super nicely over time. Now a little bit of a spoiler alert, I have actually been using this case for the last couple of days and it fits really nicely on the phone. Of course, whenever you put a case on these days it's going to activate Apple Intelligence, a little bit annoying, but once you've got the case on it is super secure and it feels really nice in the hand here. As you can see, I think it also looks pretty nice with this white titanium iPhone that I've got here as well. I just think the general colour options are pretty good in terms of what you can get for the case itself to complement any iPhone that you may have. Going around the back side of things here with the camera protection, as you can see we've got that super nice copper orange ring around the camera, which is completely made of metal, and it doesn't actually go directly down onto the case itself. It's a little bit hard to describe. You've got a little bit of a leather uplift that actually goes to the camera ring itself, just adding a nice accent overall. But in regards to the overall protection side of things, if you are going to be placing your phone backside down onto a table for example, you're not going to have any issues there. The metal camera buttons also have that super nice same colorway, and in general I think it looks super classy. Now for me, the one downside of this case is what I thought was actually going to make it shine above some other leather cases, and that is the camera control button not having a massive cutout. However, as you can see here, you can actually kind of see into where the actual casing is, so I'm not sure if dust and dirt is going to build up in that particular area, but in regards to actually using the camera button, it does mean that it is a little bit recessed, and the pill shaped cutout that you've got here is rather tight, so getting into the camera control, while it is doable, it's not necessarily easy to do one-handed. I would mainly only use this in the landscape orientation. If you're using it portrait, it's very finicky to do so, basically with the very edge of your thumb. Down the bottom here with the cutouts for the USB-C speaker and microphone, I've had no issues here at all using multiple size USB-C cables. They are fitted completely fine regardless of which cable I'm going to be using. Now where this case is still extremely thin, being a leather case, it means that the lay on the table side of things isn't necessarily the highest. Now don't get me wrong, it is still going to protect it if you don't have a screen protector. However, if you do have a glass screen protector installed for example, it's probably going to be flush with the edges of the case. So you're still going to get protection, but just something to keep in mind. And just in general, using the phone itself, it feels super nice in the hand. Whether you're moving around the OS, taking photos, taking it in and out of your pocket, putting it on a MagSafe charger, whatever you're going to be doing, this case feels extremely premium, and that's kind of what I expect when it comes to the overall price side of things. But also one thing that I do like is when it comes to a screen protector side of things with this particular device as well, the actual case itself doesn't really come up too far onto the actual screen and actually sort of impact anything with regards to a glass screen protector. So as you can see here you've got plenty of room. It basically just comes up to the very edge of the actual casing itself, so if you've got any type of screen protector, whether it's a glass screen protector, whatever it may be that you've got, you're not going to have any issues there whatsoever. So in general, I do think this case is super nice, but then obviously what we've got to think about is the MagSafe side of things. So of course I've got my standard Apple MagSafe wallet here, which I've been using pretty much since it came out for any MagSafe accessories on the iPhone, and plopping it on the back of the Mujjo case. As you can see, it goes on, but there's a little bit of misalignment for some reason. Even as you can see here, it doesn't look like it's completely in the center. I do have to shift it over ever so slightly, and then also when it comes to the downward alignment magnet, while I think it is there and it's doing the job that it should do, it's not necessarily the strongest, so it can move from time to time. It does find the magnets fine in regards to the big circular magnet, but in regards to the alignment side of things and making sure it's centered on the actual case itself, sometimes it's a little bit of a mess. Now, don't get me wrong, it's still hard to take off the actual accessories itself, whether it's a wallet, a car charger, or a nightstand, but it's also something to keep in mind in regards to if you do use a ton of MagSafe accessories like wallets, battery banks, stands, whatever it may be, it's not always going to be centered, and it maybe doesn't feel the most secure. Like I say, once it's on there, for example with the car charger that I use in my car, driving around, moving around, it still stays there completely fine, no issues at all. I think it's more for the accessories that go on the back of the device like the wallets and the battery banks that don't necessarily line up as perfectly as they could. Now, I always talk about it with leather cases here on the channel, but the whole point of a leather case is to use it and age it over time. The more you're going to use the case, the longer it's going to be on there for. You're going to get a super nice patina and age over time. It may look a little bit rough from time to time, but that's kind of the whole point of that. Now, the one thing that I would also say is we also have the Andar Aspen just in the background here as well, which at the moment is my favorite leather case for the iPhone 16 Pro. So if you guys want to see a shootout between those two cases, let me know in the comment section down below. But overall, the Mujjo case, for the price, the features, and exactly what you're going to be getting here, I think this is one of the best leather cases for the 16 Pro at the moment. I just wish that all of these leather cases moved up to having a camera control button. And that's going to do it, guys, for this video on the full leather case from Mujjo. Now, of course, it will be linked in the description down below, and a huge thanks to Mujjo for sending this case over for the purpose of review. So if you guys want to pick one up for yourself, let me know in the comment section down below if you're going to be getting this, something maybe from Bellroy or the Andar Aspen, for the best leather case for the iPhone 16 in your opinion. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a thumbs up down below, and also if you've got any questions, comments about this case or anything else on the channel, there's the place to do so. And if you're not already subscribed, now's a great time to do so. And of course, once you've hit that subscribe button, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you're notified anytime I post a video here on the channel. I'm Michael from Copper vs Glass. I'm going to be going a little bit back and forth with the Andar Aspen and this case, and we'll see which one comes out on top. And as always, I will catch you guys in the next video.